Peter, and I would want you to answer as honest as you can.
Sure.
There is still, this pervasive myth that all narcissistic individuals, all narcissists are secretly insecure in some ways. But, clinically, the picture is so much more complex. I mean, not just insecurity. I would love you to unpack, the distinction between, fragile ego and grandiose entitlement. I mean, if you could simplify it for my audience.
That's a wonderful question. It's controversial when I answer this. Some people think, oh, that makes perfect sense. Other people think, oh, you shouldn't say that. I'm somebody who believes that no matter how long something has been believed, it should always remain open for examination. It should always be testable. Okay. And so there is a lot of research now that says there's a very weak correlation to self-esteem and narcissism, or insecurity and narcissism. I'm not saying we should throw all the other research or speculation out, but what I'm saying is now there is other research that says there are narcissists who exist who are very secure, have a very high self-esteem. They may have a fragile self-esteem when they're confronted, but they don't actually internally feel insecure or bad about themselves, and they don't feel shame walking around all the time. And
wow.
And there is research that shows they're not protecting themselves from this profound shame. Some of them actually very much believe they're entitled to special treatment, and they feel good about it. So when this question comes up, I don't want to take the approach of everything that we've ever learned is wrong and now this is the new idea. I'm just saying we need to bring this into the equation, and there is empirical data that shows this. They've done studies that narcissistic traits are present and expressed in childhood, that they increase in adolescence, and that a lot of kids who bully each other have very high self-esteem. They're not the bully isn't always the child who has a bad childhood and a bad home life and hates themselves inside. Some of them feel really good about themselves, and that actually makes them feel more entitled to offend other people. So it should be a conversation about both. And I think that's just hard for a lot of people to accept, because we've had this idea that if someone mistreats you, it's an inferiority complex, it's insecurity. They learned it from the way they were treated. Sometimes people come from warm, loving environments, and they still are very mean to other people, and they hurt them.